Okay, so now welcome to the lecture once again, guys. And as we are able to deploy our RAG application in a previous lecture into a Streamlit, so now we will try to deploy the same thing in a different environment, and that different environment name is a render.com. Again, deployment is going to be a easy peasy stuff. I don't think that you are going to face much of challenges, and if you're facing it, obviously we have a Yuri to help you out at any stage. So let me share my screen, and my code is available inside my GitHub, and here is a Streamlit app which is up and running, right? The way it was expected. Then what we can do is we can again go to Google, and then we can try to search for a render platform. Yeah, a render platform. So render.com, cloud application platform. I can try to click over here, and then if I don't have an account, so maybe I can try to create an account. If you have an account, then it's a simple like a login, right? It's simple Google login that you can try to do. So here, what I will do is, so this is my like an environment which will look like in a very first beginning. So I can try to click on this new tab. This is the new tab, yeah. So I can click on this new tab, and then I can try to choose a web service over here. So choose a web service, by the way. And then what we are going to do is, so connect a Git provider. So we are keeping our code inside a GitHub. If we are keeping a code inside a GitLab, then obviously I'll try to connect from a GitLab or else into a big bucket. So here I'm keeping all of my code inside a GitHub. I can keep it anywhere, that's completely fine. So GitHub, I can try to choose, and it will try to authenticate with my GitHub, and here is the application. So after authentication, so I'm able to see that RAG demo application. So this was the application which I have pushed inside my GitHub. So I can try to select this application, and then name of the application. So you can try to like choose a name of this application, Python language, Python 3 I'm going to use. I don't have anything else. I can even deploy it as a Docker image, but yeah, as of now, let's try to choose this one. So branch wise, main branch, region wise, fine, whichever is going to give me like a free. Root directory is a default one, and then build command. So build command is basically a command which is going to set up my entire environment. So by default, it's a requirement.txt. So I'm going to choose it. And then there is a start command. So as I have a Streamlit app over here, so I can try to give a Streamlit command, a Streamlit run, and my Python file entry point. So my Python file name was what? My Python file name was app.py file, right? This is what we have created, app.py file, which is an entry point. So I'll try to give this one. I can try to choose a free over here, a free option, right? So they're going to give you a limited resources. If you are going with the paid one, obviously you will be able to access our resources. Not just that, so scaling and zero downtime, many things they are going to provide you with the paid one, but with the free one, these are the things that you will be able to get. Now environment variable, so I can try to like mention environment variable in a production in this way. So from a env, Yuri API key is a variable name. Yuri API key is a variable name, and then what is the value? So value is my API key. So this is my value, by the way, API key. So I'm going to keep my API key over here. Okay. Now advanced, so I don't have to like go into the advanced section as of now. I don't have to use anything. So I can try to collapse this advanced section. It's completely fine. Now these are the only setup, guys, that you have to do, right? Port number automatically it will try to choose. I have not hard coded any of these port because it has to run on some of the port. Now once I'm going to click on this deploy, it will take some time, maybe 2 to 3 minutes of time, although it's a very small application. So keeping that in mind, 2 to 3 minutes of time it is going to take, and if there will be some error, obviously I'll be able to see that error. And here is the URL, guys. Here is the URL, rag-demo-application.on render.com. So this is the URL. Now at this URL, I will be able to access my application. As of now, it's in a building phase, right? As of now, it's in a building phase. And one good part about this one, or maybe even a Streamlit, is that if I'm going to make any changes into a GitHub repository, I can do a setup of auto deployment. So whatever changes you are going to do continuously, let's suppose you are trying to deploy something, you're trying to write a code, you're trying to push that code, automatically it will keep on sensing that, and it will always go for the fresh deployment. As of now, as you can see, it is trying to go ahead with basically a deployment. So installing all the things which I have mentioned inside my requirement.txt file. So technically it is trying to prepare my environment, right? A simple thing is it is trying to prepare my environment, as simple as that. Now here on your left hand side, you will be able to see a scaling option, which is one of the very good option you will be able to find out in terms of hosting an application for a huge traffic. Plus, you will be able to see a log option or matrices option. So you will be able to see all kind of a log. So who is going to hit, from where people are hitting your application, all this detail. And if you are trying to do something like some logging manually. Matrices, so it's not available for a free version. You can try to click over there and it is going to ask you to do some sort of a payment. Now, looks like my build is successful. It is able to build the entire environment, and now it is trying to deploy, means it is trying to allocate a URL and a port number basically. So just wait for a couple of more minutes, maybe just one single minute. And I'll just leave my screen as it is, so that when you will deploy the same application, you will be able to find out the similarity. So running a Streamlit app. Okay, so it looks like it's running, and it's running. Still, it's in a building phase. So once it is going to finish, I will be able to click on this URL. So your service is live. Okay, amazing. So I can now click over here and let's try to check whether my service is live or not. Looks like it's live, guys. Yes, looks like it's live. Yeah, now I am able to get a tag, right? So live tag. So now I can try to come over here and then ask a question that tell me about Sudhanshu, right? And hopefully it should be able to give me a final response. Okay, amazing. So here is a response, RAG response, which I'm able to get. And now this application is available on render.com. Yes, render.com. So this is a second deployment that we have done back to back. So after Streamlit, now in my next lecture, I'm going to show you that how you will be able to deploy the same application on AWS Elastic Beanstalk, so that you will be able to deploy it even on AWS. I can going forward. So I'll be showing you not just AWS, I'll be showing you all major cloud platform deployment, Azure and GCP, CI/CD, many more things. We have other lectures as well, right, around same thing. So obviously at the end of the day, I wanted to teach you not just like something which is running in a local, but yeah, end to end, so that when you will be building something, you will be doing the exact same operation. So with that, thank you so much everyone. Take care and see you again in my next lecture.